morning, sire. Yes, I know, 'tis just now midday. My apologies that I have awakened you so early. I was looking through the Morning Post and found something peculiar. Let's see, where was it? The report of the Superintendent Berimo on the fortifications of spirits? No. A letter from your aunt with another invitation for pies? The protest of Baron Pampa? Ah, here it is. Report from Field Agent Brad Schneider. Your Grace, I once again beg that you pay me my salary for the last 3... you know, he always sends a very lengthy letter and tends to take a long time getting to the point. But this is interesting. Yet I dare to report that our heroes have begun to disappear in the lands of the Count. These past 10 days, 4 of our warriors, 2 rangers, and 1 cleric, who came from the guild to heal some sick peasants, have all vanished into thin air. The guards of the Count have looked everywhere, but no one could find our missing heroes. In the end, the Count turned to the local witch, Nostra Dame, who spoke these words. He who would bite the moon called forth the horned, who called forth the tailed one, part serpent and part hunter. He shall stalk these lands for 7 and 10 years, if the Great One does not come. I hope that this information... then he starts going on again about his salary. You know, Your Majesty, I usually do not pay attention to cases such as these. To imagine missing heroes. Whole parties of heroes disappear in Ardania. 'Tis no cause for alarm. But this prophecy of Nostra Dame interested me. I suggest we set off for the lands of the Count immediately. You can breakfast on the road. Your Majesty, I ordered your castle built in the very spot where, according to rumor, the heroes of the Count have been disappearing. Being so close to the scene of events, I expect we shall soon discover the cause of their disappearance. A new quest for you, Your Majesty. Halt! Why, he is mixed. Part snake, part hunter.
I can't win.
Sire, I do believe this is the creature the witch spoke of. You saw what he can do, did you not? This is how the heroes of the Count have been disappearing. I do not know what kind of creature this could be, but I do know Ardania must be rid of this menace. Sire, did you see that? The hunter seemed to dissolve into thin air. Demons be damned! How can one cope with such an enemy? Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Tax collector.
Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete. Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Where does...
Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Majesty, perhaps it's time to collect the taxes. Beware, my king! The magic trap is quite dangerous. It has been a long time since I have seen anything like it. I wonder who learned to make them. Please, sire, take note of that sign upon the ground. It must mark the center of the trap. By the way, there are almost certainly more of these about. I shall think upon how to disable them. But meanwhile, you had best advise our heroes to be cautious. A new quest for you, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, allow me to introduce the witch Nostra Dame. I thought she might know something about these magical traps, so I have invited her here to speak. I beg you, my lady, tell us about who set these traps and why.
In 3 squares pointing skyward,
The magic of the Horned One's rules. In each, nets are woven underfoot. By each, the truth is hid. Only the mighty, born of mud, may open it.
I see. Let's try this. I'll say what I think you might be trying to say, and you nod if I've understood you correctly. Squares pointing skyward. Is this pyramids? Stop, just nod. Very good. The Horned are the followers of Lunord? No? Well, they do have a sign in the form of two horned crescents. Okay, so you're sure that's not it? Could it be minotaurs? Excellent! Thank you, my dear lady. Sire, we must seek out 3 pyramids controlled by the minotaurs and destroy them. That should solve the problem with those traps. Sire, the witch sent me a note. The advice-giving lord, she means me, know that if the King of Kings, that's you, destroys the green and evil, then he shall be granted a reward and a curse, the power of the Almighty and the vengeance of the fallen. Well, the green and evil must be goblins. Only they are quite green and quite evil. There are zombies, but they are not quite evil enough. And flying snakes are more of a light orange. The power of the Almighty, that's clear. It must be the blessing of the god Kral. But the vengeance of the fallen, here I'm not so sure. Perhaps the goblins will avenge their downfall. Or perhaps it's some kind of threat from the undead. Your Highness, we've improved the guard tower. Sire, is it not strange that we encounter goblins so often, even now, after we have already defeated them? Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
More gold, Your
Give me a hand!
A reward
Gold, Your Majesty.
Give me a hand!
happy to serve.
Gold, Your Majesty.
I'll take the car.
Gold, Your
A reward
Majesty.
for my toil.
Where to journey next?
Your Highness, we've improved the guard tower. Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Gold, Your Majesty.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Your Highness, we've improved the guard tower.
Knowledge and skill.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Your Highness, we've improved the guard tower.
Gold, Your Majesty. More gold, Your Majesty. Tax collector. More gold, Your Majesty.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Gold, Your Majesty.
Prepare to die.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty.
I might cook it.
Did I put out that fire before I left? I better go check.
Your Majesty, the royal treasury is nearly empty. The ruins of the temple to a dead god. How interesting. I wonder what we shall find here. Last time we discovered a very angry dragon nearby. Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete. Halt! Sovereign, a building has been upgraded. Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Hold your majesty.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
I can't handle it alone!
It won't live a day.
Mark, hold your majesty.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services. Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
Where to journey next?
Your Highness, our research is complete.
No fun at all.
Is my path.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Hold your majesty.
Could I put out that
Here we
fire?
are.
Your Highness, our research is complete.
Hold your majesty.
Which?
The deep of home.
Are you gonna eat that?
Where to journey next?
Hold your majesty. Mark, hold your majesty.
Money. It still tests me.
Your Highness, our research is complete.
Where to journey next?
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete.
One day I'll lose a fight, but not today.
I train to serve.
Which path burns brightest?
My aim is through.
All wounds shall soon be healed.
Your Highness, our research is complete.
Burns brightest.
Shall soon be healed.
Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete. Your Highness, our research is complete.
Hold, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
No fun. At all.
Who needs my aid?
One day I'll lose a fight, but not today.
Those dark areas need some light.
Choose
No fun. At all.
No, and I mean it!
No fun. At all.
Where to journey now?
Who wants?
Where?
Care of it.
A reward for my toil.
Your Highness, our research is complete.
My back is hurting.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Did I put out that fire before I left? I'd better go check.
No fun. At all.
They are so greedy.
Burn.
My aim is true!
Your Majesty, a new building is complete. Your life is short.
For the elves!
Crush the enemy. Glory of Throne!
My ambition has paid off. My ambition
Smiled upon me.
My ambition has paid off. My ambition has